Today on People Now.
Girl group Fifth Harmony is feeling flat after Camila Cabello calls it quits.
Is Britney Spears getting cozy with her hunky video co-star?
We've got the details.
My father has to proclaim at every Christmas dinner that I'm his favorite.
Kelly Osbourne spills the beans about her sibling rivalry.
So this is Damien, and he is a Russian blue cat, and he was actually found in an attic.
People's pet that gets up close and personal with his own pets.
Trump gets immortalized by Madame Tussauds.
Plus,
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. The stars are helping you deck the halls.
Fa la 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 la.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to People Now. We're streaming live. Great to see you. So much to get to today. That Donald Trump wax figure is mind-blowing. It's so good. It's so real to life. Also, the celebs singing us into the holidays. We look forward to all that coming up. Beginning today with this. Whew, I'll sing that all day long. Camila Cabello, though, no longer working with her former girl group, Fifth Harmony. Do you see what I did there? All right. The remaining Fifth Harmony members are setting the record straight about what they believe happened to the girl group following Camila Cabello's departure. Normani Corday, Lauren Haregi, Dinah Jane, and Ally Brooke released a joint statement once again to share their truths, candidly revealing their failed efforts to save the ensemble. They posted this lengthy statement on Instagram, part of it saying this: over the past several months, we have consistently made every effort to sit down and discuss the future of Fifth Harmony with Camila. We have spent the past year and a half since her initial solo endeavor trying to communicate to her and her team all of the reasons why we felt Fifth Harmony deserved at least one more album of her time, given the success of this past year that we'd worked so hard for. Now, this is the second statement the four girls released after first announcing Camila's departure on Monday via Instagram and claiming that they were informed of her decision to leave via her representatives. Camila then responded to their first statement, saying their claim is, quote, simply not true, and that she and the band had many long, much-needed conversations about the future while on tour. But the four members' second statement responds to Camila's message, saying after months of rejection from her and her team, these supposed lengthy conversations in fact never happened, although we pleaded. We have tried with exhausted efforts and hearts to keep this group alive as the five of us, and we want it to be very clear that unfortunately those efforts were not mutual. The statement concludes, to watch Camila walk away from the special world we've built with you is tough, but we will move forward together. We know our truth, we know the hard work we've put in and how we've tried time and time again to make this work for the five of us. Camila Cabello has yet to release another statement since Fifth Harmony's last post. Make sure to stay on People.com for all the breaking details on this story. Moving on to this, Margot Robbie is flashing a ring on that finger. Yes, the Suicide Squad star responding to wedding rumors that were swirling around the internet Monday by flashing her pear-shaped rock on Instagram. The photo had no caption, but I think it pretty much speaks for itself, with Robbie draped all over her longtime beau, Tom Ackerley. Now, Australia's The Telegraph claims the couple wed in Byron Bay over the weekend, although the two never announced an engagement. Now, The Telegraph reports that the actress was given away by her mother, and her three siblings were also in attendance. And suspicions of the possible nuptials first arose last week when Robbie was spotted arriving in her home country wearing a t-shirt that read, "Say I do, down under," dropping hints left and right. The Australian actress and the British assistant director first met in 2013 on the set of the World War II drama Suite Française, and the pair were spotted on several PDA-packed dates later in June 2014. Well, if reports are true, we could not be happier for the two of them. And if reports aren't true, I hope them to be true soon.
I think a lot of hearts were crushed when this news came out. It was so secret.
No, I know. They snuck up on the whole thing, and it is kind of sad to see her off the market. For many of my single friends out there.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. You do not have a chance, and you literally never did.
Happy for them.
Happy for them, and you have even more training.
Yes. Check this out. Ooh, steamy. Well, Britney Spears has got some new eye candy. Yes, Britney and her hunky Slumber Party video co-star Sam Asghari appear to be heating things up in real life and not just in their sexy music video. Sam and Britney stepped out for a dinner date in LA on Sunday. A source is saying they're just getting to know each other. Well, and in case you missed it, here's another shot of the good-looking duo in the Slumber Party music video. I could stare at that all day. Well, according to a source, the two have gone on 3 dates so far, and they set off dating rumors back in November when Sam posted a now-deleted pic of himself and Britney out at a restaurant. All right, moving on to this. Have you guys seen this yet? Well, Donald Trump is officially joining Madame Tussauds Wax Museum as President-elect of the United States. 4 identical Donald Trump wax figures will be placed at 4 different museum locations: London, New York, Washington, D.C., and Orlando, Florida. Sculptors have been working to complete them all before Inauguration Day on January 20th. They started working on Trump's wax figures back in June, and officials from the museum revealed they've spent 4 weeks inserting strands of hair on the figureheads, and now they're working on getting his coloring, well, tan, just right. And the next step will be when the hairstylist washes and cuts his hair to exactly how the real Donald Trump has it. I personally cannot wait to see that. So far, it actually looks really real. It's kind of uncanny. Well, this isn't the first time Trump has had a wax figure at the museum. They made one back in 1997, and Trump is the first American president to already have a wax figure in place.
And with the long hair, it kind of looks like he's part of Game of Thrones. It'll be weird once they finally comb that stuff up. All right. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards is a busy mom, and like all parents, it's tough when your kid goes away to college. So when she stopped by People Now, we talked to Kyle about her daughter being away at school. Watch what she had to say.
It's hard having her away, and she's such a home girl. You know, when she comes home to visit, which is often, she cries every time she leaves. I cry, you know, it's hard. But I think that Boston's an amazing place, and I'm very happy to know that she's there. I feel safe, and you know, she's loving it. She's going to do a semester abroad.
Where's she going?
Barcelona.
Wow, will you visit her there?
Of course I'm going to be there.
Yeah?
Yes.
Will the cameras follow you?
I don't know. We'll
Maybe.
see.
We'll see. I think there'll be cameras. Well, Kyle must be so excited to have her daughter home for the holidays, so I wanted to see what it's really like celebrating the holiday season with a housewife. Check this out.
Everyone's going to be in LA, and I'm especially excited because I don't know, Christmas with babies just seems like the way it should be, you know?
Yeah.
Babies and puppies. Maybe I'm going to throw a puppy in there too. And then we'll all go off to do our own things.
Okay.
To the snow, to go skiing.
Who is the biggest sort of spoiler of the kids when it comes to gifts among you and your sister, maybe the other family members?
I think my sisters and I are all pretty, you know.
Equal opportunity spoilers.
You know, it's like, and we all have like beyond ridiculous with Christmas. Actually, my husband and I, we celebrate both Hanukkah and Christmas.
Okay.
My oldest daughter, I converted, she did not.
Okay.
So we celebrate both in our home. But I don't know, I feel like it's like a lost childhood or something. We really go over the top. And we all have our trees up way too soon.
Okay.
Like before Thanksgiving.
Well, in a monster calls, Louis McDougall plays 12-year-old Connor, who is visited by a monster as he deals with his mother's failing cancer battle. A Monster Calls is our Toyota People Pick of the day. When I just sat down with Louis, he revealed the advice that he got on set from the voice of the monster, Liam Neeson, and what he and Rogue One star Felicity Jones did to bond before they filmed together. Check it out.
Liam wasn't actually on set, but for a couple of weeks before we started shooting, I got the opportunity to like rehearse with him and you know, do that and then take that onto set.
So you got to rehearse with Liam?
Yeah, I got to
What
do.
was that like?
Well, actually, what we were doing was the motion capture stuff. So you know, where you get put in this like fancy suit with the baubles all across it. So I was doing that with him. So yeah, that was really good fun. It was great to meet him.
Did he give you any advice? What was the vibe like with him?
Well, to be honest, when I first went in, I was, you know, a bit starstruck because I mean it's Liam Neeson we're talking about, but you know, he was like a really down-to-earth guy, and I suppose the advice he gave me was just to relax. And you know, I think he probably did see that I was a bit nervous at first, but you know, just to relax and enjoy it.
Sigourney Weaver and Felicity Jones do an excellent job as your grandmother and mom in the film. And so I read that you all hung out before you started filming. So what kind of things would you do together?
Yeah, well, I think really it was really me and Felicity that hung out a lot together because obviously the two characters that we play, you know, they're very close to each other. So we wanted to try, you know, replicate that, you know, get comfortable with each other. So what we actually did do is we went out to the zoo, had a day out in the zoo, just me and her, and that was really good fun. And we also we went on a roller coaster ride and stuff. So went to a theme park and stuff. That was really good fun.
So you went on a roller coaster before you did the roller coaster part of the film, correct?
Yeah, we went on one before, although that one that we did in the film, that was also, you know, a lot of fun as well. Although the thing is that we went on it like 7 times in a row. So like once I came off, I was just completely like, I could hardly even walk straight. It was great.
And she said she was scared to be on the roller coaster. She
Yeah.
said in an interview.
I mean, that was actually like one of the first times I'd ever been on a roller coaster. I mean, I'm not really a big, you know, like rides kind of guy, but you know, that was definitely scary for me too.
All right, guys, stay with us. The ladies of London join us live, and we're asking about many things, including Dennis Quaid and that ugly sweater. Plus, Tori and Dean sharing some big baby news. Stick around for details.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
I was just watching old Smash clips right before you came in, and just watching, you know, some of the great duets from there. Do you stay in touch with that cast?
Me and Kat McPhee are,
Right.
I'm really excited that we're moving back to LA so I can be closer to her again too. And yeah, the relationships that I made on that show are gonna last a lifetime, so.
She's been a big supporter of your music, hasn't she?
Oh my gosh, yeah. She's become a dear friend because of that show. I know people love to think that we hate each other because of the storylines, but no, we're actually really good
And
friends.
I dream of a real-life collaboration on a new album coming up. I'm just gonna say.
That would be amazing.
Okay.
That would be
Then it
amazing.
should happen, I guess,
We'll
right?
just put it out there.
I think we can go ahead and say it. Christmas has arrived early
Yes,
here in the
it
People
has.
Now
Woo-hoo.
studios because we've got two of Bravo's ladies of London here, Sophie Stanberry and Julie Montague. Welcome to New York.
Welcome.
So good to
You guys
see
are
you
fabulous
both.
too.
Thank you.
Let's get right into it. So, Julie, on last week's episode, we saw you hosting Friends at the beautiful Mabberton estate, which was gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you.
But you ran into some drama when Caroline Stanbury showed up hours late, started stirring up some things. Why do you think?
With an S.
Yeah. Why do you think she has such an issue with you?
I think it's obviously she doesn't like that. She doesn't like the aristocracy anymore, or at least she feels like she's being noosed, or she just doesn't like any of it. And that was clearly obvious in the episode, that she wanted nothing to do with it. And so for me, it was sort of like, well, why did you even accept the invitation in the first place? Because because Caroline says she comes from aristocracy, she grew up this way, and that she, doesn't want any part of it. Yet she knew that that's exactly what I'm doing down at Maverick. So if you don't like it, why come? And so I just felt like throughout the episode, everything she was doing was just to let me know that she hated it.
She's sort of seeing everything through a very specific and very passionate filter, right? There's no doubt about that. And Sophie, you were married to Caroline's brother, so you've known her for many years. What do you think causes her to get into confrontations with so many people?
I mean, I just think if you set something off in her, she is gonna go for you. And there's no kind of
Middle
gray
ground.
area.
Yeah.
It's either
hot or cold. And
really fun, really cool, or like stop doing that, and she'll just go for you. So I think it's kind of difficult. You don't know what's going to push her buttons, and that really did push her buttons.
You don't know what's going to push a button beforehand, but afterwards, you definitely know what pushes.
Oh, yeah, I knew. That
Also, the seating arrangement was maybe pushing their buttons a little bit.
I was trying to, basically put out a couple olive branches, because I just thought, but the looks on their faces when I sat them next to me was brilliant. That made my whole weekend.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
It
And
was
everyone
pretty
watching
brilliant.
as well.
Yeah. So we actually just had Juliet and Caroline here, and Juliet claimed that you use Friends' secrets and weaknesses against them. Were you surprised that Juliet took Caroline's side like this? I mean, why do you think she's doing that? And what do you make of those comments?
Do you know, when Juliet comments about me, I just don't comment back. I don't have anything to do with Juliet. So she can keep going and attacking me. I'm just not going to stoop to that level and attack her back. She can have her opinion, but I don't really care what Juliet thinks about me, if I'm perfectly honest.
Julie, do you think Caroline is perhaps just jealous of you? Is that a possibility?
I don't think Caroline is jealous of me, if I'm perfectly honest. I really don't think. I just think that Caroline, she just didn't like any of it, it was hard for me to figure out why she came so late, but...
You're about to say something.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think when Caroline starts getting rubbed up the wrong way, which to be perfectly honest, I didn't realise was happening until she told me a bit later, but I think the more you rub her up the wrong way, the more she's going to explode. And I think her explosions just came out little bit by little bit throughout that whole episode.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how I rubbed her up the wrong way. I
you
thought
didn't.
the weekend was great.
It was me and
just
Adela.
seems fun.
You were fun. I think it was me and Adela. I didn't intentionally rub her up the wrong way, but I rubbed her up the wrong way, then Adela, and then having the rules and the noose. And I
If
think
you
it
were
was just-
late on the list of rubbing her the wrong way, then it was really bad news.
Yeah.
even
I
if
mean,
it
how
was
could
your
you
first
at that
offense.
time in such a beautiful place?
Right.
That's what I.
And I mean, and the rules. I mean, they weren't hardcore rules. There were two. Don't smoke in the house, and
Which is fair enough.
Which is fair enough. And
Right.
actually, the rule was don't lie to my face and tell me that you're going to go out and smoke, right? And then secondly, if you don't like the food, don't make it like a cafeteria line at a formal dining table and pass it around the table and say, I'll have some of your vegetables, hand me this. That's what Juliet was doing.
Yeah.
That was it.
But
Two
it was
simple
also
rules.
said you said it
And I
in
know,
a fun
in a
way.
fun- I
You
said it
didn't-
in a
I don't
fun,
think you
jokey
meant
way.
to say you've got to behave
wasn't-
like this.
And it was just, but
It's
anyway.
pretty big, like you said, it's
Yeah.
pretty basic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sophie, this season takes viewers inside your split from your husband, Alex, Caroline's brother. I mean, how hard was this to put this out there publicly?
It was horrible. It was really horrible because I think at the time we were filming, it was so raw. And obviously I have two little boys, so I had them in the back of my mind the whole time that we were filming, thinking, I don't want them to watch this and feel a certain way. And I think, when you're in the moment, Alex and I went through lots of highs and lows. We're in a really good place now. I mean, the boys adore their father. He's a great dad. And I think that's really what we have to keep as our end goal, is that we have to be amicable for our boys. But yeah,
I was going to ask about that, and it's nice to hear that they're doing well and that, and that you and him and Alex are in a good place now.
They're with him now.
As
They're
we said
in
before.
Dubai with their cousins. They're having the time of their life, and Alex, he's amazing with them. I think at this next episode that airs, it's a bit negative. We were in a very, very negative place, so I feel sad having to watch that again. But he's a great dad. And he's
Sad to watch that again, but nice to know that you've moved on from it. In
I'm-
real life,
yeah.
you are
Yes.
beyond that in a good place.
It's just kind of hard because there's that lag of
Right.
watching.
Yeah,
everything.
right.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, though, we got to talk a little Christmas. It's
Yes.
right around the corner.
Yes.
Starting with this amazing photo of you two. You took it with Dennis Quaid and
Oh,
the Christmas sweater. I mean, tell me the story behind this. What was it like running into him?
Best.
What did you think of his Christmas
lovely.
fashion here?
I mean, we fell in love with him. We saw him in the back, and I was like, oh my God, we're with Dennis Quaid. And then it took us about 15 minutes to pluck up the courage to ask him for a photo.
Yes,
But
yes.
he was so lovely.
He was on right after us
And he
in
was
LA,
so
and he
friendly
came up to
and-
us and
yeah.
spoke to us and
Yeah.
had his jump. He was amazing.
His Christmas jumper
Does he
was
pull it off?
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure anyone could pull off a Christmas stocking hanging
And he was
front,
so
But
proud
if
of
anyone
it.
can, I guess it's
I
him.
guess it's Dennis
Yeah,
Quaid.
exactly.
What are you ladies looking forward to most this Christmas? What's
Being with
going
the
on?
kids. I mean,
Yeah.
to having small boys and Father Christmas coming down the chimney, there's nothing like it. We had to put our tree up on the 1st of November.
Oh, wow,
So I'm
really?
sure by the
Okay.
time I get back to London, it's going to be naked with just
Our house
decorations.
is probably burned down.
Okay, right.
It'll be burned
But
down.
I mean, that excitement of children.
Yeah, I think
presents.
for us, it's the first time that we're celebrating Christmas down at Mapperton without my in-laws. We've taken over the whole house. So this is going to be a very strange Christmas. It's just, us and our 4 kids and some family friends, and we're actually in the house
Wow.
on our own.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is Christmas like at
It's
Mapperton?
Crazy. Well, bizarrely, there's a church that people didn't realize that's connected to the house.
Oh, wow.
So we have usually Christmas service.
So
and then
lovely.
With
we have-
like a group, obviously,
well,
people that come to the church.
from the village.
Right, that come to
in.
the, right.
So we have about 80 people, and then afterwards there's drinks in the main house with champagne. So it's
So you
really
can just
bizarre.
walk over
Yeah.
back to the
Can
house
I
after
come?
church.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Very
last-
convenient.
Yeah, are you going to come
Yeah,
this
I
year?
would love to. Whenever you're ready, I'll bring the kids.
It leads me perfectly to our last and most important question.
Yeah.
What does it take for Andrea and I to get on the guest
How
list
do you
for
get
Mapperton? We
Oh,
could just
God,
come to the
it's-
service if nothing
You
else.
just have to follow the rules.
You got to follow the rules.
Yeah.
And you
I-
can't be
No
late.
I
smoking
smoke,
and
and I
no
like
passing
most
food.
We don't
And
smoke.
you can't be late.
I won't lie to your face either.
Yeah,
I'll tell
and
you
can
exactly.
you just not? Can you just pretend like you like the food?
I'll pretend I like the food and you guys.
And the company.
Okay. There you
Well,
go.
ladies,
Yeah,
Sophie,
right.
Julie, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
It's
And
a
guys,
pleasure to see
make
you.
sure to watch tonight's brand new drama-filled episode of Ladies of London at 10 p.m. Eastern on Bravo.
Thanks so much.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Guys.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift. And Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth. This is Jared Leto in People, photobombing Anne Hathaway. And Reese sneaking one in on Sophia and Joe. This is Dustin Hoffman, photobombing the dame herself, Judi Dench. Proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
It's the time again. The stars are on the move, and we're following them in today's edition of Star Treks.
my father has to proclaim at every Christmas dinner that I'm his favorite, which then leaves the rest of my siblings looking at me like they just want to slap me. So I'm just like, Dad, please, you gotta stop saying that. Even if it really is true, like, just don't say it in front of anyone. Because then Jack turned around to him and goes, she could stab me and she'd still be your favorite. And he looked up from the plate and goes, yep, and just kept eating. I'm like, oh no.
Uh-oh, looks like someone is definitely the favorite child. That's reality star and TV host Kelly Osbourne dishing on her family pet peeves during the holidays, including the always embarrassing story of Dad, Ozzy Osbourne, admitting she's his favorite. Personally, I'd be pretty okay with that, but you are a very nice sister, Kelly. The 32-year-old went on to reveal her upcoming Christmas plans. The star recently partnered with the popular app Hotel Tonight and will be putting it to pretty good use this holiday season. Check it out.
And I'm staying with my best friend, Kelly Catrone, in her country house in upstate New York, and I'm so excited because it'll be my first white Christmas. And what we're gonna do is take a few days in between Christmas and New Year's and go to New Orleans. And we are already trying to plot how we're gonna get the best hotel room from Hotels Tonight, because I can't tell you how many times this app has actually really saved me. Like, you know, people get paid to do stuff like this and sponsor it all the time, but I actually really do use it. Fashion Week, the last Fashion Week, our hotel got our stuff wrong and there was no room for us. And my friend goes, try this app, it works. I had no idea what I was doing. I got the sickest room. I ended up getting the presidential suite and I paid like $175 for it. It was unbelievable. So we're gonna get, hopefully, fingers crossed, a really great room in New Orleans and go visit some of our friends there.
Well, that sounds like it was an awesome trip. Kelly also dished on her adorable nieces, Pearl and Andy Rose. The little girls are the super cute daughters of Kelly's baby brother, Jack Osbourne. And even though they are only 4 and 1, the darling duo has already made a big impact on their Aunt Kelly, who, let's just say, was not a huge fan of Christmas before they came along. Check this out.
Christmas was never really, I never really liked it once I kind of discovered about old Saint Nick. When I was a kid, we set up a booby trap, me and my brother did in his room with fishing wire, and my dad came clattering down when he was trying to put the stocking at the end of our bed, and we got in so much trouble. So that kind of then turned me into a Scrooge, but now, seeing the excitement on my nieces' faces and helping them write their letters to Santa and seeing just, you know, taking them to have their picture taken with Santa Claus and absolutely, it's like they're God. They can't get enough of it, and it just makes their excitement and their joy makes it such a beautiful experience now.
Oh, I love that. Well, sounds like it's going to be a very Merry Christmas for the Osbournes. Now moving on to some special baby news. It's a boy! Tori Spelling and hubby Dean McDermott have a very good reason to celebrate this Christmas, announcing the newest addition to their family by decorating an entire Christmas tree blue. In this adorable video clip shared with E! News, Tori and Dean announced the reveal alongside their 4 kids, Liam, Stella, Hattie, and Finn, and the whole family seems so excited for the baby boy's arrival. The actress, who first announced she was pregnant with her 5th child back in October, revealed to People that it was a total surprise, but we always wanted a big family. I'm really excited. This baby happened at the best time. Nothing is ever perfect, but I'm so madly in love with my husband and with our kids. The idea of adding to that is such a blessing. We're so happy for them. Congratulations on your baby boy, Tori and Dean. We cannot wait for him to get here. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift, and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
Well, we are back with our People pet vet, Evan Anton, who's taking a quick break from the clinic to introduce his own 3 adorable pets, Willie, Damien, and Henry. Yes, the hunky veterinarian is the proud papa of 2 cats and 1 dog, and given his profession, it's no wonder that he is so perfect with animals. See what I did there? Perfect. Meow. Take it away, Evan.
That's the angry tail. He's got a little piglet belly. Look at that little piglet belly. Oh, you're adorable.
Willie, you get him. You get him, Willie.
Henry pretty much just jumps up and down and Willie just slaps him in the face. It's terrific. My name's Dr. Evan Anton, and I'm a veterinarian. And I just wanted to introduce you to my pets. Give me a little hug. All right. This is Willie. Willie's 9 years old, and he's what we call a domestic short hair cat, and he is my best friend. This is Henry. Henry is 8 years old, and he's a Chihuahua Toy Fox Terrier mix. So this is Damien, and he is a Russian blue cat, and he was actually found in an attic. My man Willie here is one of the most cuddliest cats ever. This guy eats things he shouldn't. Henry has eaten things he should not multiple times. And just a side note, sugar substitutes are toxic to dogs. And so I had taken Henry in to go, he ate some gum, I took him straight to work and just, made him vomit and everything and started detoxing him. And it was really funny and almost kind of shameful because he looked pathetic with his vomit face. But he puked up the gum, and then he puked up a bunch of his own poop too, even eating his poop. And it was just all right there, and I was like, oh, you disgusting little bastard. He thought, man, I just ate a bunch of crap. I'll try to clear my breath out and chew some gum. But no. Willie. One thing Willie does is he makes this awkward eye contact when using the litter box, which I try to avoid. I try to give him his privacy, but he'll just be sitting there peeing and he just like looks at you. And I'm just like, dude, I'm out of here. Get that catnip. Ever since Damien's been in the picture, he's been a little bit destructive, particularly towards my couch. I think he might be messing with me. I don't know. Willie. You gonna get him? Oh, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. You know, something I love about my pets and all pets isn't they just love to live in the moment, you know. It's just a reminder to do that because I'm a very goal-oriented person. So sometimes I just focus too much on the future and not just what's going on right now. And these guys are so good at just being like, hey, let's go enjoy a walk right now. Let's hang out right now. Look out for more videos on people.com where I show you what it's all about to be a veterinarian and show you some of the animals that I get to work with.
Andrea's never wanted a pet dog or cat more.
No, Jeremy was just commenting how jealous he was of all those shots and the muscles.
Well,
You're just saying that makes
hey,
you
lay
want to
down
work
right
out
here
more.
so we can backlight your pecs and put that dog over on your
They
chest.
didn't backlight his pecs.
They did. It happened. I'm jealous that I don't have bigger pecs.
There's solutions for that.
And I always want to be a vet. That guy has everything I always wanted.
He does, actually.
Coming up tomorrow, Jay Peterman himself, John O'Hurley, is reciting one of his favorite monologues from Seinfeld that you've never heard before. It was cut from the show. It's really cool. Plus, Megan Hilty is back talking about her new Christmas album to get you in the holiday spirit.
Yes, and speaking of the holidays, now we leave you with some of our favorite celebrities singing Deck the Halls. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys. Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Fa la 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 la.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la.
Troll the ancient Yuletide carol.
Fa la 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 la.
See the blazing Yule before us. Fa la 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 la.
Strike the harp and join the chorus. Fa la 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 la.
Follow me in merry measure. Fa la 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 la.
While I tell of Yuletide treasure. Fa la 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 la.
Fast away the old year passes. Fa la 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 la.
Hail the new ye lads and lasses. Fa la 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 la.
Sing we joyous all together. Fa la 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 la.
Heedless of the wind and weather. Fa la 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 la. La la. La. Wait for it. La.